Have you ever wondered about the mysterious shimmering lights that sometimes appear in the night sky near the poles, swirling in colors of green, purple, and pink? Known as the Northern Lights or Aurora Borealis, these glowing displays have fascinated humans for centuries. But what exactly are they, and why do they appear in such mesmerizing patterns? Today, we're going to explore the Northern Lights in a way that's both fascinating and easy to understand, right here on History of Simple Things. At its core, the Northern Lights are a natural light display in the sky. But they aren't just lights randomly floating around, they're the result of a complex interaction among the Sun, the Earth, and our atmosphere. Imagine the Sun as this massive ball of constantly exploding gas, sending out solar wind in all directions. This solar wind is made up of tiny charged particles, mostly electrons and protons, hurtling through space at incredible speeds. When these particles reach Earth, most are deflected by our planet's magnetic field. However, near the poles, the magnetic field lines dip down closer to the surface, allowing some of these particles to enter the atmosphere. It's here that the magic begins. When the charged solar particles collide with gases in Earth's atmosphere, oxygen and nitrogen mainly, they transfer energy to these gas molecules. This energy excites the molecules, causing them to light up, and the colors we see in the sky depend on which gas is being excited and at what altitude. Oxygen high in the atmosphere produces a red aurora, while oxygen at lower altitudes gives off green light. Nitrogen, on the other hand, can create deep blue or purplish red tones. Altogether, these collisions paint the sky in those mesmerizing, flowing ribbons of color that seem almost otherworldly. One of the most common questions people ask is why the Northern Lights are green most of the time. The answer has to do with oxygen, the most abundant gas in the part of the atmosphere where auroras occur. At altitudes of around 60 to 150 miles above Earth, oxygen atoms get excited by solar particles and emit green light as they return to their normal state. Red auroras happen higher up, above 150 miles, where the oxygen atoms produce light at a longer wavelength. Nitrogen, meanwhile, adds touches of blue and purple to the display, often visible at the edges of the green curtains or during particularly strong solar storms. It's not just color that makes the Northern Lights so captivating, it's the movement. These lights rarely stay still. They ripple, dance, and twist, following the invisible lines of Earth's magnetic field. The patterns can resemble curtains, waves, spirals, or even a corona radiating out from the magnetic poles. This movement is created by the constantly changing flow of solar wind and the interactions of charged particles with the magnetic field. Essentially, the sky becomes a dynamic canvas, painting itself in real time with invisible forces that we can only partially see. The Northern Lights are most visible in regions close to the magnetic poles, which is why they're often associated with countries like Norway, Sweden, Finland, Canada, and Alaska. However, they aren't limited to just the far north. During periods of high solar activity, strong auroras can sometimes be seen as far south as the northern United States or Central Europe. The best time to see them is during the winter months, when the nights are longest and the skies are darkest. Clear, cold nights away from city lights offer the most spectacular displays. Interestingly, the Northern Lights aren't limited to Earth. Other planets with strong magnetic fields and atmospheres like Jupiter and Saturn also have auroras. Observing these extraterrestrial northern lights has helped scientists understand how magnetic fields interact with solar wind across the solar system, giving us a broader picture of this phenomenon. Throughout history, humans have been captivated by the auroras, often attributing mystical or spiritual meaning to them. The Inuit of Greenland and Canada believed the lights were the spirits of animals they hunted, while in Norse mythology, they were thought to be reflections from the shields of the Valkyries as they led fallen warriors to Valhalla. Even in Asia, ancient Chinese texts mention strange glowing lights in the northern sky, sometimes interpreted as celestial battles or omens. These stories illustrate something important. The northern lights have always inspired wonder. Long before scientists could explain them, people looked up and felt that the lights were powerful, otherworldly, and even magical. Today we know the science behind them, but the feeling of awe remains just as strong. Photographers and artists have long been drawn to the northern lights because of their beauty and unpredictability. Capturing them is both an art and a science. Technically, cameras can record more colors than the human eye can perceive, which is why photos of auroras often appear even more vibrant than what you see in person. Long exposure photography allows for capturing the sweeping movement of the lights, turning hours of shifting curtains into a single breathtaking frame. For many travelers, seeing the northern lights is a deeply personal experience. Standing under a sky alive with color and motion can be humbling. Some describe it as a reminder of the vastness of the universe, our connection to nature, and the invisible forces shaping our world. In that sense, the northern lights are not just a scientific phenomenon, they are a bridge between the tangible and the mystical, between observation and imagination. The northern lights are a beautiful intersection of art, science, and wonder. They are the visual outcome of solar wind, charged particles, and our planet's magnetic field working in harmony. They remind us that even in a universe governed by physics and chemistry, there is room for awe, inspiration, and magic. The next time you see photos or videos of the Aurora Borealis, remember that what you're witnessing is the story of the sun and earth dancing together, painting the sky with energy that has traveled millions of miles to reach us. Standing under the northern lights can be transformative, connecting us with nature, history, and the universe in ways that are both humbling and exhilarating. These lights are more than just a scientific curiosity. They are a testament to the beauty of natural forces and our ability to observe, understand, and be inspired by them. So, whether you chase them to the Arctic or watch them from afar through videos, the northern lights continue to captivate, educate, and inspire. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.